So let's start with what's the goal. You want to run stuff. Sometimes you want to run stuff that runs on 12 volt, like this light above me. It's a 12 volt light, kind of like the dome light you have. I got another one here that goes on, and you know, just 12 volt stuff. There's various things you can, you know, the fan I have on my dash is a 12 volt fan. Might be hard to see. But another thing you want to do is you want to run stuff that's household power. So like this coffee maker, which is kind of a high demand thing, or maybe a household fan, different than the one on my dash, a bigger fan, or in this case a swamp cooler, which I got right here. So you start with the goal in mind. What do you want to do? So those are the things that I want to do, among other things, and just have lighting. So I got a 100-watt solar panel on the roof. This is a Victron MPPT controller, and that MPPT means maximum power point tracking, which means it's going to make the best use of that solar panel at all times. That has wires that go to this battery, which I don't have my flashlight on my person right now.
You have a flashlight on you?
I do not, no. So that's my battery.
That's beautiful. That's a great shot.
It's a lithium iron phosphate. You know, they call them LiFePO 4 batteries. That's just the table of elements. Li is lithium, Fe is iron, lithium iron, and then PO4 is phosphate. And those are really good batteries. They're really stable. You can charge them up to the max and discharge them to the bottom and do that thousands of times. So that's your gas tank for power. And then I have probably the next thing to look at is this is a pure sine wave inverter, which takes that direct current power from the battery and it turns it into household power. And pure sine wave means it's cleaner than the electricity you have at home, so it won't harm your electronics. So I have these jacks that go out to little extension cords, going to things like my coffee pot, or a fan, or my swamp cooler, or the Christmas lights I use at Christmas time, or the Halloween decorations I use in Halloween. And then the last couple of pieces, few pieces in this process, is this Renogy DC-DC charger. Charges the battery while I'm driving, but it isolates the battery when I'm parked, so it doesn't drain my starter battery. So you need some device like that to isolate this battery from the battery that starts the vehicle. And then you have an array of fuses. That's a circuit breaker for my inverter, and those are the 12 volt fuses for my smaller 12 volt items. And this thing here is called a shunt, which allows me to have the panel, Craig, that's over your left shoulder.
Okay.
This panel right here that gives me all this data. That shunt is giving me the data about how much power my battery has, how much current is being drawn from it. So it's good feedback. And that's kind of the system in a nutshell.
Okay.
So, I mean, you might have questions I can answer, but and there's you can go down rabbit holes on how heavy your wiring should be, and other things like how fast you can charge your battery. Because if you're using a lot of power, you might want to charge your battery fast. You get more panels.
I really appreciate this. This is phenomenal. Dave, do you mind if I put this up on YouTube, on my crappy little YouTube site for my 3 subscribers?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Because I'll watch it. If I do that, I'll watch it on my big screen TV quite a few times.
If you're still recording, this is a good primer just to kind of get you some pieces. There's a guy by the name of Will Prowse, and he's the guy that kind of taught me on YouTube.
Well, you better be careful about who you mention on my YouTube channel, because all 3 subscribers might call in.
Yeah, that's right.
He's going to be flooded,
yeah,
man.
Flood the guy. But he goes down the rabbit hole. He started with mobile systems like this and went into home installations, but he started with, because he had to live in a recreational vehicle because he had to. He didn't have income. He needed something he could survive with. He needed power, and he's a very technical guy. And I learned a lot watching his channel, so that might be something.
What was his YouTube channel?
Well, his name is Will Prowse, so if you search that on YouTube, you'll find the channel. But I think it's like DIY Mobile Solar.
Okay.
Something like
that. Like I said, be careful. My 3 subscribers are going to flood that.
That's right. Poor guy.
They're going to flood. He's not going to know what to do.
What's happening to me? Where did this all come from?
All right. Solar Basics with Dangerous Decklid Dave on the Airhead Parts 2023 run in Ventura, California. Thanks, Dave. Really appreciate it.
My pleasure.